Hey guys, welcome back to One Stop Biology. So guys, in today's video, we are going to start off with a new chapter. And this chapter is chapter 12 of class 11th, right? So chapter 12 of class 11th NCERT, which is mineral nutrition. So basically guys, in this chapter, we are going to study all about what type of minerals are required as nutrition component in plants, right? So basically guys, what happens is that the basic need of all living organisms are mostly the same, right? So basically, that means that they require two type of molecules. They require macromolecules like carbohydrates. So they require macromolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, right? And then they require micromolecules as well. They require micromolecules as well, right? Like say minerals. For what? They require these for what? They require these for growth and development. Right. Now, basically in this chapter, we are going to focus on inorganic plant nutrition. Right? So basically we are going to identify the essential elements which are required for growth and development of plants. Okay, now what is the method to study the mineral requirement of plant? So basically, guys, in 1860, there was a German botanist. There was a German botanist. His name was Julius von Sachs, right? He demonstrated for the first time that plants could be grown to maturity in a defined nutrient solution as well. That means plant can be grown in a medium that has no soil at all. There is complete absence of soil. And this technique of growing plants in a nutrient solution is known as hydroponics. Hydroponics. So hydroponics is the technique. It is the technique of growing plants. In what? In a nutrient solution. Right? So since then, there are a number of methods that has been employed to try and determine the mineral nutrients which are essential for plants. Because until and unless we don't determine it, we will not be able to perform hydroponics. Right? Now, the essential of all these methods involve culture of plants in a soil-free solution. So soil-free mineral solution. Right? So these methods basically require purified water, all the mineral nutrient salts, right? So after a series of experiments in which, the root of plants were immersed in these nutrient solution, and what we did is we added some element to see what is the performance of that plant, and then we removed and gave another concentration, right? So it's basically a hit and try method, and then we obtained a mineral solution which is suitable for plant growth, right? So what we did is we identified the essential elements, we added all these elements, and we also saw what is their deficiency symptoms which they caused if they are not present, right? So now hydroponics is a successfully employed technique for commercial production of vegetables as well. Like, and we can produce lettuce, we can produce tomato, we can produce cucumber through this method, right? So, how do we exactly do it? Basically, if you see the diagram here, right, this is a typical setup for nutrient solution culture. So what we have done is we have placed a plant in a soil-less nutrient medium, and we have covered it completely with the help of cotton. So this is nothing but cotton, right? Now we have an aerating tube. So this is the aerating tube. And we have also put up a funnel. Now this funnel is used for adding water and nutrients. This funnel is used for adding water and nutrients. So basically, this tank is completely filled with nutrient solution. Nutrient solution, right? So this is how we make up a nutrient solution culture. Now let's see what are the essential mineral elements, right? So what happens in normal agriculture, guys? In normal agriculture, basically, most of the minerals are present where they're present in soil itself, right? And as the root of the plant enters the soil, it starts absorbing those elements with water, right? So say there are more than 60 elements out of 105 which are discovered so far, which are found in different plants, right? Now remember that every plant will have a different nutrient requirement, right? So some plants can accumulate, elements like selenium, some can accumulate gold, right? Some plants which are growing near, say, a nuclear test site can take up radioactive strontium, right? So every plant will have a different requirement. So what are the criteria for essentiality? We will go through that once. Now the criteria for essentiality, for an element to be essential, will be that first, the element must be absolutely necessary. Please go through this line. We'll go through this line. Okay. I'll make it even bigger so that it is readable, easily readable for you guys. Now, the first criteria for an element to be essential is element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. That means, in absence of the element, plants do not complete their life cycle or set the seeds. Okay, so that element should be necessary for survival of the plant. Second is requirement of the element must be specific but not replaceable by other element. That means deficiency of that element, deficiency of any element cannot be meant by supplying some other element, right? So that is the second one. The third one is the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant, right? So basically now these elements must be required for metabolism of the plant. Now on this basis, guys, right? On this basis, now elements have been divided into two broad categories. Now this category is on the basis of quantitative requirement, in what quantity they are required. And the two categories are macronutrients and micronutrients, right? So macronutrients are those elements which are present in large amount in plant tissues. So if they are present in excess, read it here, if they are present in excess of 10 millimole per kg of dry weight, right? Then they are known as macronutrients. And if they are present less than 10 millimole per kg of dry weight, they are micronutrients. So you'll have to remember the number 10. If it is more than 10, it is macronutrients. If it is less than 10, it is micronutrients. Now, what are the macronutrients? Macronutrients include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, right? Potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So you'll have to remember these elements, right? Now, Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are mainly obtained from carbon dioxide and water, while others, rest of these, are absorbed from soil as mineral nutrition, right? Now, what are the micronutrients? So, micronutrients include iron, it includes manganese, it includes copper, molybdenum, zinc, boron, chloride, and nickel. So these are total how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are macronutrients. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? So total 17 essential elements are known to us now. 9 macronutrients and 8 micronutrients, right? So in addition to these 17 essential elements, there are some other beneficial elements like sodium, like silicon, cobalt, selenium, right? So these are not required for all the plants, but these are required for higher plants, right? Now, essential elements can also be grouped into four broad categories on the basis of their function. Now, what are these four categories? So, one is essential element as component of biomolecules. Essential element as component of biomolecules, which is structural element of the cell. Now, these can be carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Then we have essential element that can be component of energy. So energy related chemical compounds like we use magnesium in chlorophyll, we use phosphorus in ATP. So these are component of energy. Then third category is essential elements that activate or inhibit enzymes, right? Like we have magnesium, which is an activator for both ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase and phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. And both of these enzymes are critical enzymes in photosynthesis, in photosynthetic carbon fixation. In similar way, zinc. Zinc activates alcohol dehydrogenase. In the same way, molybdenum. Molybdenum of nitrogenase, that is activator of alcohol dehydrate, sorry, that is activator of nitrogen metabolism. So this is basically activator of nitrogenase, right? Now, there are other elements which are essential for osmotic potential of the cell. So, there are elements that can alter the osmotic potential of the cell. For example, potassium plays a very important role in opening and closing of stomata, right? So, it is a group where potassium belongs to the group which can alter osmotic potential of the cell. So there are four groups, guys, on the basis of function of these function of these essential elements, right? So with this, guys, we have studied the very first topic, which is what are the criterias and what are the basis on which we identify the elements which are used by the plants, right? So I want you to go through the NCERT once again and read through these topics and remember the points that I have taught today. Okay, because these are very, very important points. So I hope you understood all the topics that I have taught today. If yes, please do like the video and share it with all your friends. And guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get all the updates. And yes, if you have any doubt in this particular topic, please ask your doubt either in the comments of the video or you can also send your doubts on WhatsApp. I have provided with the WhatsApp number in the description of the video, guys. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.